Kudlow Report exclusive is Bernie Marcus, co-founder of the Home Depot, co-founder of the new Job Creators Alliance. Bernie, it's been too long. Thank you for coming back on the show.
Happy to be with you.
All right, so in your judgment, what is the state of free enterprise and free market capitalism?
We're in really bad shape, and you know, I keep listening to the demagoguery that's coming out of Washington. It's very depressing to me. You know, I'm an old man. I'm out of the business, and I'm mostly in the philanthropic world today. But I see what's happening to free enterprise, and it's going down a drain. This job plan is on another planet. I don't know where they're getting their information from. How they think this is going to create jobs is beyond me. Every businessman I've talked to, and I'm talking to businessmen across the board, they all say the same thing. They're not investing. They're not interested in investing. They're concerned about the future. Jobs are not going to be created by rhetoric out of Washington, without a question.
What do you think, Bernie, about this Warren Buffett millionaires tax? Is that part of the negative tone?
Look. I don't think there's anybody who has wealth in this country, including myself, that's not willing to pay a fair share. I would say it's a fair share when 1% of the people pay somewhere around 30% of the total taxes. But if you had a tax plan that was legitimate, that was realistic, and I'm talking about a total overhaul, something like a flat tax, maybe not like Herman Cain's, but a flat tax across the board, I don't think anybody would be unhappy with it. But taxes are only one part of the equation. You've got to cut out the spending, and if you don't do that, you're not going to create the jobs in America. And that we know.
I mean, it's interesting you say that. You take a look at this so-called jobs plan, all in with temporary tax cuts and lots of spending, would create about $500 billion more debt for some, 9 or 12-month tax cut. That just strikes me as a lousy deal and a lousy bargain.
Listen to me. There isn't a business in America that doesn't look out further. I've talked to businessmen who have told me that they are now planning to 2012, 2013, and 2014. They don't think the way politicians do. Two-year cycles. You know, every politician, most of the people in the House get reelected every 2 years. Their thoughts are 2-year cycles. This is not a 2-year cycle. Most business people are planning out, and they are planning for very, very conservative numbers. They don't see any growth. They're rarely looking for acquisitions. They don't want to grow anymore. So where are the jobs going to come from? Where are they going to come from? They're not going to, well, unless they're going to be government jobs. And, that only adds to the equation of the debt. So there doesn't seem to be an answer out there.
So you basically are blaming President Obama. Is that correct?
It's not Obama. Listen to me. Man was a community organizer, but he surrounded himself with Harvard MBAs. He's got, all of these people out of Washington that come from Yale and Harvard, the economists who never worked a day in their lives, don't have a clue of what it is to pay a bill. Most of them are on a guaranteed salary for the rest of their lives. They're not concerned about the way a businessman is. He wakes up every day. He's concerned about paying his bills every day. He's got the responsibility of people that work for him. In the government, well, all we do is tax. We don't have to worry about producing a bottom line. But in business, you have to have a bottom line. If you don't have a bottom line, you don't stay in business.
Let me just ask you on that point. Why is it that more men and women in business aren't as sharp-edged about the need for free enterprise and free markets as you are? And is that the point of the Job Creators Alliance? Tell us just a little bit about that in the last moment.
Okay. Job Creators Alliance is a creation of people like myself who are concerned about the free enterprise system. Every businessman out there, I'm telling you, you must join it. Right now, as a businessman, if you're not represented in Washington, you have no one speaking for you. You need jobcreatorsalliance.org. Go online, look at it. We're going to represent you. If you own a small business, you own a medium-sized business, if you have 50 people working for you or 3,000 people working for you, you need somebody that talks for you. The economists out there are not talking for you, and they're not representing you. We're going to go out there and talk about how difficult it is to run a business, what the restrictions are, what the regulations are, how the tax affects you, what Obamacare is going to do to you, all of the things that happen to you every day in your life, and you got to start fighting back somewhere. And I'm telling you, go online, look at this thing, see the people involved, and join us.
All right, I salute you, Bernie Marcus. It's a great message. Thank you very much. I hope people listen to you. Thanks for coming back on the show. All right, folks, the Economic Sky.